that you are not spending enough time on foreplay. And I swear, you guys, like, we tell you all the time, you can't just go in and expect us to be all juicy for you and like have multiple, pleasure things that come down. Like, you have to spend a lot of time on foreplay. And I'm talking like it has to start in the mind. Okay. The mind is the biggest sex organ that you men are not tapping into with your females. And what I mean by that is you need to flirt with her throughout the day. Like, if you know that you want to spend some time with her in the evening, for instance, you want to like be turning her on throughout the day. And so what that could look like is you can send her some flirty texts. You can tell her how much you appreciate her, like make her feel amazing as the mom that she is, make her feel amazing as a woman, compliment her body, like do whatever you can to get her mind switching to then be thinking about you. All right, that's what you want. You want her mind to turn off to all the other, like, I have to do this wife duty or have to do this mom duty or have to do this career, type of duty. You want her to be switching her mind to be thinking about just you and looking forward to all the amazingness that is coming together with you, right? So here's some ideas. Texting. You can make sure you're holding her hand. You can kiss her all throughout the sexual experience. As much time as kissing you could spend, the better. Okay. So you don't want to just take your thing out and, be ready to enter her without spending enough time. All right. Like, seriously, what happened to, using your fingers and touching and caressing and like going down on her, Unlike you men, women need at least 20 minutes of really good foreplay before they even can be turned on enough for that penetration. So don't rush her. Take all the time that you can with her body, okay? So let me know in the comments, is this speaking to you? Ladies, let me know in the comments, am I hearing a yes? Spend more time on the foreplay. Please spend time on the foreplay. So that's the first one, all right? The second mistake that men are making is they're being silent or emotional less during sex. So let me ask you this, guys. How would you feel if your woman is always quiet during sex? Like, she's not moaning, she's expressionless, she literally looks like a zombie. So I'm sure you would feel the same way, like you're not doing something right because she's not showing you that she's enjoying it. So it's the same thing for women. You have to let her know that you're enjoying it too. So take some of that time and, moan in her ears. Like, you can whisper some really sweet things in her ears. Like, I love you so much. You feel so good. You're the only person that I ever desire. You're the only person I ever want to be with. Like, let her know that her everything is the best thing in the world. Men moaning during sex drives women absolutely crazy, but like in a good way. So make sure that you take that time. All right, the third thing that men are doing absolutely wrong is they are excessively thrusting or going too fast. And what I mean by this is I'm going to tell you a story. So I was with this guy and he was like amazing on the outside. Like, he was a hot man. Anytime I saw him, like, I just got turned on. I was like, oh my God, this guy is freaking amazing. very sweet. He knows all the right things to say and all those kind of things to even get me to like want him, right? But then when we came together, there was no foreplay. He did not care about my preparation of him entering me. He basically thought that like a little bit of kissing and like a little bit, like not even a minute worth of fingers was like enough to make me feel like turned on and like ready for him. So then he would like come in and he was like super, super, super. I'm like, oh my God, like, are you on a race? Like, what's happening? So you have to stop pounding her like a carpenter hitting a nail. Like, yeah, like you're gonna, have your pleasure like super, super fast. But she's more than likely not going to even enjoy it. And it can actually be so painful for her. So you want to make sure that when you're coming together, that sex feels more pleasurable and memorable. So try like really slowing down. I don't know if you've ever seen, in the comments, let me know if you've ever seen the Magic Mike movie. And there's this scene where he is, it's the pony song, and he gets onto this carpenter table and he's literally like doing the body roll, right? So he's going like this, but like his pelvis is moving and it's just so sensual looking. But as a man, if you could really get that move down, the body roll, and then you're holding her, no matter what position that you're in, whether it's from behind or in front or laying on the side or whatever, when you're holding her, if you can just go super slow, that is going to be incredible because now you're allowing your female partner to relax and to not tense up for fear that you're going to hurt her. Okay. And then as she's feeling it and getting into it from her moans and body language, like you could really tell when a woman is into it. Like you could totally tell. Then you can start to increase your speed a little bit. If she starts to tighten up or tense up, then back off. Just really use your female partner's body language and how her face looks. Is there fear in her eyes? Like really be in tune with that. And I promise you, she'll be able to feel you and she'll be able to tap into her pleasure a lot faster. So she's going to be so relaxed and it's going to feel so good for her that she'll be able to bring that pleasure down. All right. So that was number 3. Okay, so then number 4. So the fourth thing that men are doing absolutely wrong, and I'm telling you, my clients, my wives of the husbands that I work with, they're like, oh my God. Oh my God. They're like, I hate this so much. So one of my clients, she said, you know what? I love the fact that my man does spend some time on like the pleasure center of me as a woman. And I'm hoping you guys know what that is so I don't have to say it because I don't want to get in trouble from social media. But how you actually touch it is really important. Again, females have these sensitive parts on their body. So like for you as a man, you know that you have that one sensitive part on your body and we can't grab it and squeeze it and punch it and all these kind of things, right? Like we have to be super careful as a woman when we're with our men. Okay. Same thing for a man. You have to be really, really careful with her main pleasure spot. So it's, her pleasure spot, it's not a DJ booth. Okay. So it's not like a scratch and win, right? So you're not going to go wicked, 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 like super like aggressive. Okay. So, so you have to relax. You have to be like super gentle. You can even start with like a flick more than like a rubbing really hard. Okay. And then you also have to be really careful if you guys have dry hands because the friction with a dry hand can be really, really painful. All right. So that's the fourth thing that men are absolutely doing wrong, and that women wish that they would change. Okay, so now before I move on to the last couple of tips for you guys, I want to remind you that tomorrow, January the 24th, I have an upcoming masterclass. It's all around helping women to climax, and not only have one, okay, but like I'm talking multiple in the same session. Like you can have multiple within the same hour a lot of times, but it really does take getting to know a woman's body the best that you can. So if you're a man and you want to attend this masterclass, just DM me the word masterclass. If you're a woman and maybe you can, climax on your own, but you're having a struggle with climaxing with a partner, or maybe you used to be able to climax, but now it's really hard after kids or perimenopause or menopause or any of those other things that could take away from a woman's pleasure, and you want to learn how to bring that pleasure back into your life, please message me the word masterclass and I will get you all the details so you can join us tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific. Again, this is a free class. I just want to pour into the ladies because one of the main things that women struggle with that I work with is not being able to bring their pleasure down. And of course, there's a lot of different things that can come up around this. And so I really want to pour into you ladies and pour into you men so that you guys are walking away from these experiences being so fulfilled and feeling like you have this abundant sex life, which is really what God wanted for us anyway. So like, why would you not want to tap in, right? So make sure that you DM me the word masterclass and I'll get you that information. Okay, so in the comments, let me know if you're ready for the fifth thing that men are doing wrong in the bedroom that their ladies super hate, like a lot. Like this is like a lot. And that is being super aggressive with her breastises. All right. So, like I explained, you guys have sensitive parts on your body. It's the same for females. So, it is not a turn on for you to walk by us and squeeze our boobs super hard and think that that's going to be like the super turn on thing. Unless it's like a kink. Okay. So there is a difference between kink and just the everyday type of sexual experience. All right. So if you're not into kink, okay, again, you got to have these conversations with your partner. Make sure that they're into kink or not into kink. Okay. So if they're not into kink and they don't like pain, do not be aggressive with her boobs. Do not turn. Do not twist. All right. Especially the nipple area. You don't want to twist it so hard like a radio dial. Okay. Stop squeezing her boobs aggressively. Also, stop chewing any part of her breast, especially if she's had kids or she's still breastfeeding. That's like so painful if she's already having painful breasts from breastfeeding, or when she's PMSing, her breasts get like super sensitive. So that's like the last time that you want to be squeezing. Okay. The breast is a really sensitive part of the female body, and it can be so painful when it's manhandled. It's yours, okay? Ladies, these are yours, all right? You have to tell your woman, or you have to tell your man, like, when it hurts and all that. Like, let them know. So men, don't rush it. Be very gentle with her breast. All right, the next thing that ladies super hate, and by the way, this comes up in a dating scenario when you're sleeping with a man. This can also come up in a married or committed, like, boyfriend girlfriend relationship. All right, so this, right, what I'm about to tell you right now, this can come up in 3 different scenarios, and that is being super selfish in bed. Okay, men. Stop being so selfish in bed. Like, stop only caring if you get off. And like, once you get off, you're jumping out of bed and that's the end. of the sex. And then you're just leaving your woman feeling used, and you're leaving her feeling super unsatisfied and like so frustrated. It's so sad. So also, I'm something else that's coming through is like when you stay with your woman after you have gotten off and you make sure that she's gotten off, that emotional time afterwards is so key if you want her to want to come back and actually have sex with you again. It's really important because if a woman is not feeling emotionally and mentally and even spiritually connected to her man, I don't care if she's married or not. She is not going to want to be with you if she's feeling like all you care about is yourself. It's so frustrating. And like the last thing that you want your lady to do is to run to the bathroom and pretend like she has to go to the bathroom when really she's just taking care of herself because you didn't take that time. That's like the last thing that you want is like her to be all secretive, going to the bathroom and taking care of herself because she's frustrated, and then she's probably been crying in there and all of that. Like that's such a sad way to be in a relationship. So make it your job to make your woman climax first. Okay. Or at least satisfy her enough before even going inside of her, because you're going to up her chance of being able to climax when you're inside of her if you get her as close to the edge as possible before you actually enter her. All right. That is really, really important. The next thing that you guys are doing as men, and I'm like, why are men still doing this? Is you're doing it the same way all the time. Like sex with you is so predictable. You're using the same positions and you do the same thing all the time. Okay. That is like not fun, and it's not a turn on at all. Women love a man who not only is slow and gentle, like I talked about in one of the first tips, but we also love it when you grab us and you pin us to the wall and you like flip us around and you take charge and and all of that fun stuff. So tease her, be unpredictable, and watch your woman go freaking crazy, like bonkers for you. She's going to be like addicted to you. Again, you want her to feel like like you're the hero in the bedroom. You want her to feel like that. All right. And the last thing that you guys are doing as men that you need to stop doing, I kind of went into this a little bit, is you are leaving the bed immediately after you have climaxed. Okay. Now, like I said, after sex, women are filled with a lot of emotions, and so are you guys. Like, that's when you're at your most vulnerable. That's when you normally feel free to open up to your lady, like let her know how you're really doing as a man. This is the time when you guys are normally more open and free to talk about certain desires and fantasies and stuff like that you want to do, the next time that you guys are together. But if you're leaving the bed right away, you're not giving yourself the chance to connect with her in this way. And again, it's going to feel very transactional. Okay. I get the fact that a lot of men have a hard time like releasing that guard because maybe they have been hurt before, and maybe they've been in other relationships where their lady did not allow them to be vulnerable. Maybe they felt judged or misunderstood or something like that. Maybe you as a man have a really hard time feeling like you can be that close to somebody. So maybe the reason why you're getting up and leaving the bed right away is because staying close with her makes it feel like you're not ready for that closeness, and it freaks you out, like it could scare you. But I want you to know that you need this, even as a man. Like, you need this connection with your woman. Okay. you need this desperately inside. Like you're craving that soul connected type of partnered sex with a lady. But if you're getting up from the bed, you're not giving yourself that chance to open yourself up and just even see if it's a safe place for you to be. Okay. So before you rush to the bathroom and wash up and all of that, just spend a couple of minutes, just cuddle, kiss, kiss each other. You can even stay inside of her for a little bit longer. That feels so good to a woman. It really goes a long, long way to build sexual satisfaction and intimacy when you don't get up and leave. And again, married men are doing this too. So I'm not even just talking about just a dating scenario. This comes up for men that are married. And also, I do want to say it's not just men that get up and leave the bed immediately either. Like some females that have a hard time with emotional intimacy, they will also get up and leave. So, again, I understand as a woman that women do these things sometimes too. But today's live is primarily for, what men could do better. With the understanding, we get it as women. We also need to take responsibility for some of these things too. So these are the things that men are doing that women do not like. I gave you guys 9 of them today. Let me know which one you can relate to. If you have any questions around these, of course, let me know. And thank you so much for attending today's live. I really, really, I'm so happy that you guys were here. Thank you so much for your time. This has been such an amazing experience. I hope that you've enjoyed it as well. Again, if you want to join the masterclass tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific, make sure that you DM me the word masterclass and I will get you all the information sent out through email so that you can make sure as a woman that you are climaxing as much as possible, as many times as you want, so that you're walking away feeling abundantly amazing in the bedroom, which again is what God would like for all of us to experience. So thank you guys again. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye.